Tinubu sees presidency as retirement benefit. Dino Melaye. Former lawmaker Dino Melaye on Saturday alleged that the All Progressives Congress presidential candidate Bola Tinubu sees the presidency as his entitlement and retirement benefit. The Punch reported on August 4, 2022 that the PDP presidential candidate Atiku designated Melaye and Dr. Daniel Bwala to serve as his spokespersons for the 2023 presidential campaign. Melaye, who represented Kogi West at the Red Chamber of the National Assembly during the 8th Senate, alleged that Tinubu was contesting for the presidency not on a basis of the greater good, but to fulfill his lifetime ambition. In a video shared on his Facebook page, the former lawmaker, who was responding to the Minister of State for Labour and Employment, Festus Keyamo, over his comment on Atiku in a TV interview, recently said, unlike Tinubu, the PDP's candidate is contesting with rich credentials. According to him, Atiku has the rudiments of civil administration and of politics. Furthermore, Melaye describes Keyamo's comment on Atiku during the interview as shameful, very embarrassing, and a disgrace. Okay. Well, obviously, you can just say that this is now the start or the start of campaigns, really, because instead of the presidential candidates to go back and forth at each other, which obviously would make them individually look very, very bad, because, as a president, if that's the kind of seat you're going for, then all eyes are on you and anything you do is, critical. So I guess it becomes like a proxy war where, they have their spokespersons reply to each other, basically. And that's what Dino Melaye is doing, obviously, in the case of, replying to Festus Keyamo. But aside from the fact that obviously Dino Melaye is opposition, PDP, yes, what he's sort of saying isn't far-fetched. It really isn't, because I think with the level of desperation that the APC and Tinubu also reeks of, with the certain decisions that they make, I mean, listen, with their response to Peter Obi at the time when Peter Obi was literally the conversation, literally politics was just Peter Obi at a certain time, and then with them trying to rent fake bishops. I mean, just do some silly things that really don't make sense. And it's like you would go that far to show that you're genuine. And yes, to be honest, it's very obvious. The way he looks as well, Tinubu does not give the appearance of someone that is fit to be in presidency. It's not even about the age. I mean, Atiku is older than Tinubu, but you can see the difference in appearance and in fitness levels. With rumors that Tinubu is also, has been sick and not feeling fine, and again, there's evidence to prove that in terms of his public appearances and just being unable to hold himself anyways. But again, even the way he carries himself and the energy, the way he speaks, he doesn't speak as somebody who actually wants to help Nigerians, because really why you should be giving the people you're going to serve and where Nigeria is right now, your aim and everything about your campaign is to fix, is to repair, is to build. And I'm not going to say Atiku gives that energy as well, but Tinubu is way far from it. I mean, he is very far from it. Well, that's my personal opinion anyway. And really, I don't think that it's far-fetched to say that, Tinubu's retirement plan is in the presidency, and to think that, given how Buhari as well has been very much unavailable, not even there, not existing, and I mean sometimes he'd be out of the country for months at a time for excuses that we really don't even believe. But yeah, so that also, it feeds into that idea, and I would not say that it's far-fetched what Dino Melaye is saying, because the desperation and the want to really be, I mean, again, he even said with the popular Yoruba phrase Emilo Kon, which means it is my turn. It's like, excuse me, it's the audacity, because hello, maybe in the background you have been the political godfather who's been able to draw certain strings, pull certain strings, be a strategist and put people in positions in Lagos State, you're called whatever you're called. That is very relevant, because when it comes down to it, the people decide. It's not your turn. The entitlement and the audacity, excuse me, who are you to decide it's your turn? And I think, it speaks of his character. And for somebody who still wants to vote for Tinubu, you need to do a lot of checks. Genuinely, so it checks in, your values and the kind of person that you want to lead you. For someone who feels entitled to a position, not humble enough to serve, is the mentality. So be certain that mentality would show itself in the kind of decisions that he will make. So if he decides to go on a holiday, well, he says it's his turn, he feels entitled to the position, so he will travel out just because, he doesn't want to stay in the country or whatever reason it is. That kind of mindset, because that kind of mindset doesn't have to be said explicitly, but for the fact he said it is my turn already shows that he is very entitled. And that is not the kind of person that should be president material. So yes, at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, again, it's Dino Melaye, PDP. These are opposition parties speaking against each other. And really, with PDP and APC going at each other's necks and throats, the fact is they will be speaking facts about one another. So if you really want to know about APC, look at what the PDP is saying. And if you want to know a lot about the APC and why you shouldn't vote for them, you should look at what the APC is saying. Again, they have been at loggerheads for a very long time. And obviously PDP being the ruling party for so many years, and then APC coming in with their change, whatever. I think now they've served 2 terms, so the confidence is getting there, and so the back and forth is about to begin. Well, signs of campaign times, as some people would describe. But really, it's not far-fetched what Dino Melaye is saying. First off, avoid candidates with names that end with U, Atiku, Rabiu, and Tinubu. We've had enough from Muhammadu. Let us get our PVCs for Peter Obi. Peter Obi, I want to be president because I want to move Nigeria from a consuming nation to a productive nation. Great. Atiku, I want to be president because I want to take back power from APC. Tinubu, I want to be president because it is my turn. Literally. God bless all of obedient Nigerians and bless all of us in Nollywood. At this point, you might as well just say everything is Nollywood, to be honest. And again, it is the difference in, I guess you may say, the top three, popular candidates amongst the people. But it is very true. So again, PDP is very much opposition central, 100%. And then you look at Tinubu is literally entitlement, corn and cassava. That's his plan. And then you've got Peter Obi, who really wants to build. So yeah, wow. Okay, Dino is not far from the truth, but I'm saying enough of ancestors who nicknamed us leaders of tomorrow and used their looted funds to block every positive change we crave for. And someone here puts Asorock Bola Ahmed Tinubu incoming president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria by God's grace. Take it or leave it. Again, fact is, if Tinubu is your candidate, you need to do a lot of serious checks. It is just the honest truth and my opinion. Put what you think in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.